I am Mia Fitzsimmons and I'm a centre mid for Northern Ireland under-19s. Well, I played it just about in primary school, like everybody everybody would have played it in primary school, like anybody would have, but like as you get older, the girls just sort of stopped having involvement in much in sport, not only football. So like when you get into secondary school and stuff, people just sort of faded away from it. But I didn't start playing football properly until I get into secondary school. Like my school helped me a lot in Assumption and Ballyhens. They were all about sport, so they were really enthusiastic to get me into football. So if I didn't go there, I probably wouldn't be playing football right now. I live in Portaferry, so like we're at the very bottom of Northern Ireland in like the sense where we're quite far away from everything. So obviously I'm so far away from Belfast and stuff, whereas most girls football would have been then, like when I was younger. But where I'm from, football isn't even the main sport. It would have been like camogie and hurley. But I also played it, so it was always like the number one sport, especially when I was growing up. But like football wasn't really like thought about even in my family. Like when I would take a football out in my back garden, they'd be like, "Why are you playing football? You should be playing like, not you should be playing camogie, but like play camogie instead of playing football. Like what's the point in playing football when you don't play for a team?" But I always was like at my mum trying to get me to go, and then she eventually gave in. When I like got older, she was like, "Right, okay, I'll take you," when I was in first year, and then from there on it just kept going. I do feel like there is becoming more opportunities, especially like in the last 2 or 3 years, but there still could be more, especially in like rural areas. Like where I live is like quite far away, and there's the closest women's team is in North, which is still like a half an hour drive. But like especially for younger girls, like even like primary school girls, there's loads of opportunities like with like the Shooting Stars and all there with Northern Ireland, the IFA are trying to set up, and Electric Ireland, they're really trying to promote girls playing sport, not only football. But I think more for like women who are like quite old, like not quite old, but like in their 30s and stuff, there should be more opportunities. Like there is beginning to get more coverage in like the lower leagues of women's football, with the likes of like East Belfast and Cumber, like in their leagues, there's starting to be like more coverage. They're starting to get highlights in their games, which might like inspire more women to start playing football, especially because they're not like too old, they're not past it, if you know what I mean. Like men play football for the crack every Sunday, so I don't know why women can't either as well. Yeah, I feel like because you always see like when you drive past any football pitch on a Saturday morning or Sunday, there'll be like men playing football just with their mates, and then they'll be going out after it with their mates. But like you never really would hear of women doing it, where like obviously women are still interested in football as well as men are. So I feel like when people do get past a certain age, especially women, they feel like they can't play football. So they should be knowing that there is teams out there that they can join, and they can still play, and they can still have the opportunity to play football. I'd probably be very bored, to be honest, because I wouldn't have anything to do. Football is like my whole week, from when I wake up on a Monday morning to when I go to sleep on a Sunday night. Like I'm doing football every day, so I obviously would have still played sport. Like I still would have been playing camogie, I still would have been competitive, but like it would be just very different watching football, knowing that if I didn't go to training the first time when I was 11, then like everything could have been so much more different. Like I would have been just a different person probably. Yeah, definitely would have been camogie. I probably would have been more involved in camogie. I feel like the further I got into my football, the more I sort of pushed camogie to the side. Like I would have been at camogie more than I would be now, because football had taken priority. At the start, I was sort of still having like wavering to camogie, but as I like moved on in my football career, like when I got involved with Northern Ireland, the development programme with Stevie and the Dub on Tuesday nights, I sort of started to take football like more seriously, and started to take it took priority over most things in life. Like yeah, definitely would have been camogie. I probably would have been more involved in camogie. I feel like the further I got into my football, the more I sort of pushed camogie to the side. Like I would have been at camogie more than I would be now, because football had taken priority. At the start, I was sort of still having like wavering to camogie, but as I like moved on in my football career, like when I got involved with Northern Ireland, the development programme with Stevie and the Dub on Tuesday nights, I sort of started to take football like more seriously and started to take it took priority over most things in life. Like, it's football presented me with the opportunity to actually leave Portaferry. I do find that people who like stay and play camogie, they don't really, well, I've not said they don't leave Portaferry, but it's like it was the social aspect of football is more appealing than it would be for camogie. Like, I'm friends with people who I would never ever have been friends with if I didn't play football, and I've met people who I would never have met, and I've been places, especially with Northern Ireland, I've been to Turkey, Portugal, Greece. Like, there's so many places I've been with football who I would never have went with like camogie, or just with my family on a holiday, like Estonia and stuff. It just gave you the opportunity to see different things and like learn different things. Like, football helps me so much with like schoolwork, like especially PE when we do like analysis. It just like it just feels like I know much more than other people, if you know what I mean. Definitely, like, there's people who I think could have made it as a senior international but dropped off after under 19s because there wasn't really anything between under 19s and seniors. It was a big, you got to the top and then you fell again, because under 19s you're at the top of youth level in Northern Ireland, and then if you don't make it in the seniors, that's it. Like, you feel demotivated in a way. I would think that people, like, especially even after under 15s, girls would just start to lose interest in football, and they could have been such a great player, but they just lost interest because there wasn't the right like motivation with them to say, okay, I should just keep playing football, even with like club teams and stuff. But I especially see the gap when you, like, the last year of under 17s, last year of under 19s, they feel like they don't have any motivation to keep pushing on because there's just such a big gap between under 19s and seniors that they don't feel like they should be at seniors, and then they just never go back. I would just make sure you try and get it into young girls, like especially in like secondary schools, that they should still play like football. Like, they shouldn't feel like they can't play football because they are a girl. Like, it'd be like, I know boys, like all boys just want to do is play sport, doesn't matter if it's football, but girls feel like they can't play football because it isn't like seen as like a feminine sport. Whereas like they should be made feel like it doesn't matter what like everybody else thinks, you can still play football, whether you're going to play for like the team in the women's premiership or you're going to play for a team in the lower, like the third division. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, just still come out and play football because you can still do it, and then you will be. It doesn't matter if you do play for lower league. If you're good enough, you will be seen. So you just need to keep on working. But like, there's still like schemes and all out there. Like, everybody, if you just keep going to training, then you will know that you'll like make it. So if you keep going to the elite programs that are set up in the Dub and up in Jordanstown for different places, then you will get there.